Luxembourg is bordered between France, Germany and Belgium, and those three countries are usually chosen as a holiday destination over this one. But in today's vlog, I want to show you why Luxembourg is one of the most underrated countries here in Europe and why you should visit yourself. Hello everyone, I am Lewis and you're watching Lost in Travel. Welcome back to my crazy internet adventure across Europe. Today, I'm thrilled to be ticking off country number 25 on my list. Previously, on Lost in Travel. So far, this journey has taken me to some of Europe's most captivating destinations, from the iconic streets of Paris, the fairy tale charm of Annecy and the vibrant energy of Lyon, to the breathtaking natural beauty of Swiss towns like Zermatt, Interlaken and Lauterbrunnen. I've covered a lot of ground, but there's still so much to explore. In the last episode, I crossed into Germany for the first time, immersing myself in its rich culture and timeless architecture. I explored the lively city of Stuttgart, wandered through the fairy tale town of Heidelberg and stood in awe of my first German castle, the magnificent Hohenzollern Castle. Although I've left Germany for now, don't worry, I will be back very soon. Coming up, the castles don't stop as I make my way into Luxembourg, a country famed for its countless castles. I'll be visiting one of its most remarkable chateaux and strolling through its picturesque capital. Luxembourg is the 7th smallest country in Europe, about 10 times smaller than Belgium and roughly the same size as Rhode Island in the USA. It might not be on everyone's radar, but that's about to change. For such a small country, it's got a lot to offer. Today, I will show you why Luxembourg is perhaps Europe's biggest hidden gem. So guys, welcome on back here to probably the strangest location I've ever done an introduction. Welcome here to Merzig, Luxembourg. Yesterday I took a long travel day from Heidelberg, Germany, 4 hours here to Luxembourg to tick off my 25th country. And I just said to the chow yesterday it was quite a tiring day doing all the travel. I had to get a train from Heidelberg to Koblenz and then Koblenz across the border into Luxembourg, one of the smallest countries here in Europe, not just in Europe, the entire world I should say, and then into Luxembourg City, which is where I'm going to be staying the next few nights. And now here I am out in the Luxembourg wilderness. It literally feels like Luxembourg City is Luxembourg's only town, and now I'm just here in the middle of nowhere, ready to go see a hidden gem found right here in this country. Alright, you may be wondering why I have decided just to pop down to this random town in Luxembourg. What the hell is there to do here? Probably nothing, it is just a town that people stay in. But one interesting fact about Luxembourg is all of public transport here is free. That means I can just hop on and off trains, hop on and off buses for nothing. So I've came out here. What I had to do is I had to get a train from Luxembourg City out towards Ettelbruck, and then from there I just got on a bus 9:35 out here to Merzig, and I am going to go away and see my first castle here in Luxembourg, and I can't wait. It's nice to just be out in nature again, and it feels like that's really all Luxembourg is. It's just countryside, so let's go on a nice walk in the 27 degrees
out here, tired of being patient. I was waiting in line. What you want is never enough, but what you need is just a little more touch.
Alright, so I've stopped right here to have a nice picnic. I feel a bit peckish, so that's where I'm sitting at the supermarket, and I managed to pick up a few things. So I've got some cookies on me, so I'll have them in a bit. But the main treat today is actually a Luxembourg cuisine. It's our main dish here in Luxembourg. It's been a bit windy, but look at that! Oh my god, it's gonna go an eye! Look, it's like an eye. Oh my god, it's like proper jelly. Wow, I'm excited to try this. So this is called... I'll finish it first. This is called a pâté raisin? Well, us Brits would probably call it, would be like a pork pie sausage roll. That is really nice. It is just a long version of a pork pie, and that's going to be a well good treat for today. Alright. Right, I hope this is not going to turn out like my Zermatt vlog where I went out into the mountains on a nice hike and I got a bit lost, but I've been just following the road so far to this chateau and I've not been enjoying it. I do not like walking the side of the road, I just don't. There's just, I don't know, there's just something called fear going on in my head that I'm going to get ran over. I've now found a path, but the only thing is Google Maps is still showing me to follow the road, but I really want to follow that path and see if it leads me to the same destination. So I'm going to, fingers crossed, we'll take the path and everything's going to be fine. But you guys are with me to keep me company just in case I do get a tiny bit lost, which, fair enough, you're watching Lost in Travel, for goodness sake. I'm allowed to get lost every so often. Let's begin. Hey Wasp, can I get my bag back please? Wasp. Ah! Where you going? Oh my god, I hate them. Absolutely hate them. Okay. Take my bag. Let's run. Let's run. Let's run. Oh man. More branching paths. This is just a recipe for disaster. Oh, okay then. I guess I'm gonna go. Let's go that way. It's more in the shade.
I know this road rarely comes easy. It's hard to see clearly when the heart is on the run. But you've got a fire burning inside you, a lighthouse to guide you into the sun.
I just want to tell you that I've definitely not made it out of here unscathed. Look at that! What have I done to myself? Damn it. So, I love a walk in nature as much as the next person, but you guys may be quite embarrassed if you had to check my search history right now. Not for the reasons you guys are probably now just thinking about, but why did I search that? Oh well, it's so nice to be exploring more countryside. That's what I've been loving about doing this Interrailing trip so far, is I've not really been sticking to the main cities all the time. I'm also been able to, because I've got plenty of time on my hands, I'm actually just taking the time out and seeing some of the countryside that Europe has to offer. It's just really nice, and I've had it all to myself. I've not saw a single person on this walk, so it's nice and chill. I'm just loving life. Yeah, very wholesome. Okay, so guys, it is official. I've had to backtrack on myself. I got a tiny bit lost and I ended up in an area where it was just like loads of shrubbery everywhere, and I'm really not in the mood to be taking out more ticks. When I go to Hohenzollern Castle, I had about 4 ticks, and some of them were just in places that you just wouldn't want to expect ticks to be in. I noticed some in the shower like a day later, and I was like, oh, damn, I've got a tick literally above my bum. And I was like, how am I going to get this? I was like trying to get it, and it just took me ages, but I've had to backtrack. And wait a second, there's the sign to the castle, Turrelbaach. If only I looked at that before I started going up in that direction. Okay then, here we go. So I just want to shed some light on something. So this castle is definitely a hidden gem here in Luxembourg. As you can see, there's no one around me. I really don't think there's going to be anyone at this castle, maybe one other person, but for the majority of it, it's just going to be me, and that's amazing because it means I can just do what I want and I can just chill and feel like I'm in my own fairy tale, so it's going to be nice. But Luxembourg actually is known as the land of castles. That's a nickname this place has been given, and the main reason for it is because it's very small, but for it being very small, it has got a ton of castles. Like, I think it's estimated to be about 150 recorded castles here in Luxembourg, which is just insane for how small and dense the country is. So that's amazing. That is really cool and significant about coming here to Luxembourg, because if you are a castle lover, you're definitely not going to miss them being right here. I just want to mention something. So the main castle I think is Vian's castle, and the reason I never went to that is because this castle that I'm going to right now I found on Instagram, And I just want to talk about the power of Instagram for a second, as being used as like an inspirational tool for finding locations like this one. So this is not the main castle here. I don't even think it's even the second or the third or even the fourth main castle here in Luxembourg. But I found it via following lots of castle pages on Instagram, and this one has popped up quite a few times. This is Château de Turrelbaach. It's not called Turtelback, like I'm sure I thought it was before I started coming out here. I was like, oh, it's Castle Turtelbaach. No, it's Turrelbaach, and I am really excited to see this one because it is definitely a hidden gem here, and I found it through Instagram, and I use Instagram a lot for that method. Whenever I come across something that I am interested in seeing, such as Heidelberg for example, I found that via Instagram, or Annecy or Colmar, I save them. And then I go into Google Maps and I also save them there, and that means I'm like, okay, there's all these places that I found via following people on Instagram, and now I can make my way out to them whenever I get close. I'm like, okay, I'm in Stuttgart, what's there to do? It's like, oh, there's Hohenzollern Castle, I'll go out there. I would never have known or even thought about it until I started seeing where these locations are, where these photographic locations are, and Instagram has really helped me for that. So definitely use Instagram for it, guys, and you can take my word for it. I wrote a dissertation on this topic about the power of Instagram and travel photography for helping tourism, and I got a good mark on it, so I'm graduating this year based on that dissertation. So it's incredible. Definitely use Instagram for that. And like I said, let's do a cheap plug. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, guys, and why do you not? Let's ask that question first. But anyways, if you don't worry, do it now. Please, just pause this video, follow me on Instagram. You can use all my photos for some inspiration because they're actually coming out a lot quicker than these vlogs are going to be. I don't even know when this vlog's going to come out, so you might be seeing this about 80 years after I actually made it. I may have a grey beard by then, but I'm going to try to get through them quickly. But anyways, let's go and see Castle, not Turtelback. There's some weird noise going on down there in that murky water. It sounds like some kind of like rabid duck, and I can't see it. Can you hear it? It's like a duck mixed with a frog. The first thing I'm loving about the area where this chateau is actually found is I feel like I'm on a pathway to a witch's house. Like, I don't know what it is. There's just a random wagon wheel in the corner. There's the murky water, that rabid duck slash frog thing, whatever that mechanical thing is over there. I feel like I'm on a path to see a witch, and let's hope I don't get eaten alive or anything when I get to this castle, but it's definitely got some eerie vibes about it, and that makes it pretty cool, doesn't it? I feel like it's getting a bit mysterious in this area, and that means I'm probably going to get some pretty good shots. So guys, I have not been eaten by a witch yet. Welcome on here to Château de Turrelbaach, and this is pretty amazing.
Now I wish you well. Deep inside the pockets, and despite the noisy hall, all I hear is them talking to me about all the things that I'll never know. Things that I'll never know. I can't stop thinking about.
I think my favourite thing about this castle is just the location of it. Like, it is so eerie, and I imagine being here in like the morning and having morning dew just surrounding the entire exterior. That must be so enchanting. Like, you must feel like you're on another planet doing that. But it's just like, it's amazing, and I believe that I can't get any Wi-Fi or anything out here to be like to know exactly why this castle is here, but I believe I have read a bit, and if my memory serves me right, it is here because there's some guy in 2007 who decided he wanted a castle, he wanted to stay in a castle, and he just came out here and built a castle. And that's how Castle Turrelbaach is formed, and it is really nice. I don't think you can get into it or anything, but it really is such an achievement to be out here, use public transport to get here, and it is just in the middle of nowhere, and there's only like a couple people here. Like, I do technically have this all to myself, and it is amazing, and especially when you put the drone up, oh my god, the views from up there, just because it's just surrounded by trees and that very dirty looking lake, such a couple fish in there, like it's such an atmosphere. There's actually a lot less mosquitoes than I thought there was going to be. I thought there was going to be a lot of bugs around here, but you know, I'm not in Scotland. I'm not getting bit by midges. Thank the Lord. Oh my god. This castle is just amazing. Like, I can't believe I've got this all to myself. And I also can't believe that someone literally just made this just to live in. So, and it's got me thinking, like, if I had to build a castle, if I had enough money to build a castle, where would I build it? What would it look like? I don't even know, but maybe you guys might know. Drop a comment in the comments below, guys, and tell me, what would your dream castle look like? If you just had to design your own castle, the setting for that castle, where would you put it? What would it look like? Would you live in it? Would it be for war, or would it be more a fantasy looking castle, you know? I've seen a lot. I love every single one I've been to. I'm such a castle lover, and I hope that you guys watching these videos are not bored of me visiting all the castles, because I really do enjoy coming out and seeing all the castles here. Speaking of which, guys, did you know that recently I found out that there is such a thing as a castle tourist? And basically the definition of one of those is tourists that their prime reason to go on holiday is to visit the country's castles. I can't think of an example on who would be one, but I just thought I would let you know that there is such a thing as a castle tourist. I'm definitely not one of them, right? Right? I feel like that name, someone watched a Lost in Travel vlog and decided, this guy is a castle tourist. He's not just a tourist, he's a castle tourist. I feel quite offended now. Should I? No, I love castles. You know what? I'm sticking my ground. I absolutely adore seeing any chateau, schloss, burg, castle, you name it, I'll be there. I need to come and properly do a weekend here in Luxembourg and visit all their castles. Yes, all 150 in a weekend, why not?
We took off and the dusk had settled in. Somewhere in between the blue and gold.
So I have spent my evening back here in the capital of Luxembourg, which is also called Luxembourg, and it has been an amazing way to spend the night. This is an epic capital city, by the way. I've not really seen much of it, and I'm a bit gutted that I haven't, but I'm not letting it bother me. I've had a really good day today, and this was just an amazing way to cap it off. And you know what? I will be back. This is the whole point of this Interrailing trip. It's just to taste the waters out on all of these countries and see which ones I want to come back to. And you know, Luxembourg, for such a small country, it's got a lot to offer, and that's what I really like about my visit here to Luxembourg. And what I've done was I went to an underrated place in such an underrated country, and I really hope that you guys will come and check it out yourself, because it's awesome. And what I really love about the capital city here is that it feels like there's two cities merged together. There's like a bottom half and then there's a top half, and I really enjoy that. It's so historic, and it's so amazing just to watch all the lampposts flicker back on and night to come down on the two cities. It's just been, yeah, it's been a really good way to end the night and end my time here in Luxembourg. But you have to stay tuned, guys, because tomorrow I'm off to Germany once again, and you'll find out where in the next vlog. But the only way to know when that goes out, guys, is to subscribe, like this video, share it with your family and your friends, and just keep on supporting the channel, because this has been an amazing journey. We're almost at the end now, but there's still so much stuff to do before I make my way back to Scotland. And then who knows, maybe I might start planning the next trip to Luxembourg. But for now, I'll catch you all with the next video, guys. Peace out, have a nice one. Good night, guys, see you later.
Why can't we be friends? If it's so much easier before we got our feelings hurt, and I can't pretend that it's easy. Why